Happy anniversary, Joe and Debbie, from your former junior choir accompanist. Wishing you many more years of success and many thanks for your many years of musical service.
Mr. and Mrs. Mello, congratulations on your 40 years as music directors of Christ Church. Some of my fondest memories growing up were spent being part of the junior choir. Of course, being Mary in the Christmas pageant with Scott playing Joseph can't be forgotten. Thank you so much for your passion, dedication, and inspiring us all with the love of music.
Hi, I'm Darcy Mooney. I spent a lot of time at Christ Church growing up with my family, the Garofalo's. I'm very excited to celebrate with Mr. and Mrs. Mello after 40 years of music. It took almost as long to stop calling them Mr. and Mrs. Mello and call them Joe and Debbie. Growing up in Hampton, I was fortunate enough to experience the talent of Joe and Debbie in many ways. I was brought up at Christ Church singing in the junior choir and then the senior choir. Both were very fulfilling. They all shaped me to who I am today and helped me with just many things in my life. It was a place to go, it was a community, it was a family. Having Debbie conduct our McEwen Elementary School choir and then Joe at high school, I knew that I was part of a very lucky group of people to be involved in such a way. It wasn't until I was out of high school and moved out of Sussex County that I realized how special that time was. In fact, through the years, when I was looking for a church in the area that I lived in, the #1 criteria for me to attend and continue attending was their choir. Call it like it is, but I have yet to find a choir like that in a small town church, at least not one that's lasted 40 years. Now I hang on to it by attending lessons and carols every now and then, to be blown away and touched by the amazing service, sharing it now with my children. It is wonderful that I continue to be greeted with open arms from some of the folks who have been around since I was young, Joe and Debbie included. I feel very privileged to have been part of such a legacy and look forward to many more years of magical music. Congratulations to you both. You deserve it.
I don't think people understand how amazingly influential the Mellos are until you realize that almost every musical decision that you made in your young adult life somehow had their opinion factored in. My mom used to say to me, "Have you asked the Mellos about that? Did the Mellos approve that? What would the Mellos think of that? Did you consult the Mellos?" And of course, being the ray of sunshine that I am, I would huff and puff and then slowly realize I do need to consult the Mellos because they are the literal musical icons of North Jersey. Not only that, but they also created 3 other musical icons, Jen, Scott, and Allison, and we are somehow worthy of being in their presence. How? I don't know. This family is the most creative, musically inclined, and intimidating, but also wonderfully nice family I have ever met. It's almost unfair. You don't get to have all of those qualities and work in a church. You get all of them? What about the rest of us? Their work and dedication to everything they do has given people like me a chance to even get a foot in the musical world. I never would have gotten a music degree if it wasn't for the musical creation that is Little Grey Donkey. That song literally changed my life. Also, so did all the wonderful organizations I was able to be a part of that the Mellos ran, but mostly that song. They are without a doubt one of the best things about this church, and I am so, so grateful that I got the chance to grow up somehow hoping to follow in their footsteps and just sing and create music with them and create as much joy and music as they have for every single aspect of every community that they have ever been a part of and created. I owe everything to you guys, and I thank you so, so much.
Hi, Joe and Debbie. I just want to send out a huge thank you to both of you for being a huge part in my musical career. My initial days at Christ Church began back in 1984, 1985. I believe I was in the hallway at Kittatinny outside the chorus room when Joe approached me and said, "Hey, do you want to come and sing at the choir at the church?" And Jessica Marquardt was standing right there, and she looked at me and said, "Yeah, just do it." So I asked my mom to drive me to rehearsals on Thursday nights and services on Sunday mornings. And after a few weeks, I said to my mom, "Hey, you really should come to this church. It's a lot of fun. The music is awesome." Between my music education at Kittatinny and the education I've learned at music at Christ Church, I want to thank you, Joe and Debbie, for all the countless voice and piano lessons and encouragement you have given me. It sent me off to go to school for music, and now I have a career making a living as a professional musician. So when I don't make it to church on Sunday mornings or rehearsal on Thursday nights because I have a gig, just remember that you helped create that, and I thank you. And all you can ever really say if I'm not there and I'm not showing up is, she's supposed to be here. Thank you again. Love you both and congratulations.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for sharing the joy of music.
Thank you for sharing the joy of music.
We are so grateful.
We're so grateful.
Hi guys, congratulations for 40 wonderful years of service. It's hard to believe that it could be 40 years already. I've been teaching for 23 years because of the mentorship that I have from both of you, which means the world to me. It was because of you both that I found the career that I love. Not only did I find the career I love, but I also found the church that I love. I was received into the Episcopal Church 20 years ago and have found myself serving on the vestry and singing in the choirs there. It was because of the mentorship that I received from both of you and the wonderful experiences that I've had that I am the person that I am today. So I want to say thank you and congratulations. What a wonderful service that you guys have given. And you've touched so many wonderful lives. Have a wonderful evening. Love you both.
Hi everyone. Hello Mellows. Joe and Debbie, I hope you are having a fantastic time. I'm so sorry that I can't be there to celebrate with you in person. I have a concert today. My name is Katie Hoyer. Among other things, I'm a professional singer, and I'm the oldest daughter of Mark and Kathy Hoyer, who are almost definitely in the room with you today. Hi, Mom and Dad. My parents have always half-joked that Joe and Debbie could be called my musical parents. There were a good 4 years where I spent more time with the Mellows than I did with my own folks. I grew up at Christ Church in the junior and senior choirs. I sang for Debbie in CCSC for 12 years. And I went to Kittatinny High School, where I sang for Joe in the chamber choir, the madrigal singers, and in the musicals. By high school, I was rehearsing with one Mellow and or the other 6 days out of 7, sometimes 16 rehearsals a week or even more for honor choirs and tours and all of the other opportunities that the Mellows gave us. The Mellows have worked with generations of students like me, daily and weekly in church and in school and in the community, both to prepare students for careers and also to enrich life in general. Joe and Debbie teach us how to really listen to others, how to learn languages, and how to share stories and experiences. They help us understand that when we sing, we are breathing life into traditions that are thousands of years old and also giving birth to something new all at once. Joe and Debbie show us all how to take a deep breath, how to find and strengthen your voice, and then how to reach out and connect with those around you. The Mellows gave and give all of these gifts to me and hundreds, thousands of other students. My story is one of so many. The scope and the impact and the scale is almost impossible to imagine. But for me, it's incredibly personal. It is impossible for me to imagine my own life without Joe and Debbie in it. When I take a deep breath to start warming up, I remember Debbie singing this clear tone to call the children's chorus to attention, and I straighten my spine. When I am learning a new piece, I remember how Joe and Debbie worked to help me master this interval that I was struggling with in the opening verse of Once in Royal David's City. It had meant so much to me that they had asked me to do it, and I was ashamed that I couldn't do it perfectly on the first or the second or the third try. They helped me just keep working at it, understanding that the shame was only getting in the way of moving forward. Now, when I arrive at a new gig, I am prepared and professional because Joe and Debbie had and held us to clear expectations and very high standards. We all know that there's a lot of good humor involved in Mellow rehearsals, but Joe and Debbie also respected their students enough to give us direct, honest feedback. They push us hard because they believe in us, both as developing musicians and as young adults. When I perform, I know that Joe and Debbie are with me, Everything that they taught me is in my heart, my head, my ears, and my breath. But if I ever need a reminder of that, I just have to look down at the folder they gave me when I graduated from college. It's a beautiful, durable binder. The senior choir uses them at church. They got me a plain one with my name embossed on the inside. So I physically carry a reminder of the Mellos with me to every single gig. This June, I will be entering the postulancy for the priesthood in the Episcopal Church. I just completed the first year of the ordination process, and as part of my application for holy orders, I was required to write a spiritual autobiography. In order to tell my story, I needed to tell them something about the Mellos and the impact that their ministry had on me. Here's part of what I wrote. My musical training came from Debbie Mello, director of the Children's Chorus of Sussex County and the Christ Church Junior Choir, and from her husband Joe, choir master of Christ Church and choral director at my high school. This couple showed me daily that it is possible to dedicate your life to something you love deeply, to share that love joyfully with as many people as possible, and to empower people of all ages to claim that love as their own. So if that's not church, and if that's not ministry, then I really don't know what is. Debbie, Joe, thank you. I can't ever thank you enough for what you have given me. The church and the entire community can't ever thank you enough for all of your ministry and all of your gifts to all of us. I love you, I miss you, have an amazing party, and I promise I'll be there for the next one. Bye.
Light one candle for
One bright candle for hope. He brings hope to every heart he comes. He comes. Light one candle for peace. One bright candle for peace. He brings peace to every